Hello, everyone. My name is Emilio. I work as a software engineering manager at the Humanitarian OpenStreetMap team, HOT. And today I will present about also a part of this open mapping process that we have. So, as my colleague Lynn told you, we have this process where we obtain imagery, then we do the digitization of data, and then we obtain field data to understand what is happening on the field. So for doing this, we have different tools, open tools, and today I will present about the last one, that is ChatMap. This is a very, very recent new tool, ChatMap, that basically enables you to map using instant messaging apps. So do you know that nearly 3.5 billion people in the world have some sort of instant messaging apps in their phones? Someone in this room doesn't have a instant messaging app like WhatsApp, Signal, or Telegram? So everyone have an app, so you can map with that app. And so we had the same question, how we can. The question was, what if communities could just simply and easily utilize existing apps for mapping? And it happened that during the Porto Alegre floods, almost 2 years ago now, someone told me, a colleague, Celine, who is from Mexico, she told me that the universities were receiving a lot of messages from WhatsApp, and a lot of them had locations on them. So she asked me if there was a way to extract that data from the chats. And myself, as I am a volunteer firefighter in a rural town in Argentina, and we usually receive also locations through WhatsApp because the names of the streets are something new for us. It's not something common, so it's mostly like, where is the fire? It's in the hardware store. 2 blocks from there is a blue house, so it's like that. So we usually ask, can you send us the location? And people use WhatsApp. So, and because also other experiences that we had working with people and communities where we found that the access to mapping was really hard for a lot of people. So for people like me, that I am an engineer, I found it easy to install an app or to work with data, but for most of the people, even the concept of a coordinate is something that is not common for the everyday. So we created this tool that started as a Python script, and then it became a product that enables you to go from a message to a map. And this started with this very simple idea of how ChatMap works. First, you can create a WhatsApp, Signal, or Telegram chat group, like a regular group. You ask people to share locations and messages there. The way how it works is you ask people to share one location and one message. The message could be a text, an image, a video, an audio. So they share location and picture, location and picture, location and text. That way. So it's very, 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 very easy for people to use. And this enables to local residents to use instant messaging apps for mapping. So we started with this idea for mainly thinking in disasters, because what happened in Porto Alegre, but we discovered that people started to use this tool for a lot of different things that we didn't anticipate it. Like this was in Mexico. In Mexico, a group of citizens, activists, they organized themselves, went to map with WhatsApp, and they captured different pictures associated with points in a WhatsApp group to identify mobility issues in a big infrastructure um, uh, work that was promoted by the government, like the so new and biggest thing, but it was not finished. So they started to identify a lot of little details, detallitos in Spanish, and they made this project that is called Detallitos Querétaro. Querétaro is a city. It's a city with, I think, 2 million people. And with this tool, they published the map. As you see, this is the map. Each point is a picture, and there is also a drone imagery in the background. And they pressured the government, and they started to have conversations with the government to fix the things that were not fixed. So this was one of the first cases where ChatMap was used with a real impact. Then also we, as ChatMap started to be more used around the world, we discovered that people from all ages was able to use this because it's really easy. So I even explained to my mom how to use ChatMap for mapping as a test. So yes, my mom was testing ChatMap. And in this case, I was in this mapping project. We went with a group of young guys from a secondary school in Argentina in a neighborhood with several social and infrastructure issues. And one of the great things was that I discovered that, so we went with this kid to do mapping, to map amenities and things in the neighborhood. And the incredible thing is that we were able to map things that are not only hard to see from above, like from a satellite or drone imagery, but also are not visible from the street view, but are things that you need to get into the buildings and to know where to go. So, for example, there was a building, a government building, that had a help post inside, and also a bike repair shop, and all of these things. The only way to know about that is that you have to work with the community and get into the buildings and ask to people, and then, so that is what we did. We went with these guys and taking pictures inside the rooms where there were signs. This is a help post. This is the opening hours of that help post. So that was also amazing. And recently we did a big project. This was the biggest project that we did with ChatMap for the World Cleanup Day. We got a lot of young people mapping trash. So what they did was to, for the World Cleanup Day, they did cleaning activities, and at the same time, they were collecting the points where did these activities and where they found trash or cleaned the trash. So we did this across Africa and some countries in the Caribbean. And they were able to collect a lot of data about trash. They say this was done in a way, so they created like 30 or more WhatsApp groups. Each WhatsApp group, each one has a leader, and people from their community joined there, and they went to mapping. And then they exported the chat, did all the process with ChatMap, and uploaded the result in a hot UMAP. We have our own instance of the mapping software UMAP that has an option to publish the map there. So then we put all the maps together in a single map where you can visualize all the activities of cleaning around the world, across Africa and Caribbean. And if you zoom in, you can see each individual picture with the photo. And then also this was in Colombia. This was very interesting because one interesting thing about ChatMap is that it's a tool developed by HOT. So we developed this tool and we support this tool. but people is taking ownership of this tool in a way that they are not asking permission or asking for training or asking. They just use it because you don't need an account, you don't need anything. You just go to ChatMap, upload your chat there, and you will have your map. Um, so these young people in Colombia, they mapped street art as a way to document the art that then it will disappear in maybe 1 year or in 1 week, or it will be painted over by the government or whatever. So they documented the street art, and they created even a tutorial about how to use ChatMap. They even created a song about open mapping. So that was incredible. So what we see is also that people is like they love the tool, but what they love is open mapping really. So ChatMap is also starting to be a tool to get people involved in the open mapping community. That is something that is not easy to do. It's not easy to get people to use a tool for field mapping easily and quickly, and that is happening with ChatMap. Is very interesting. And then recently in the Caribbean, maybe you know, the Hurricane Melissa landed on the islands. It first was close to Haiti and then landed in Jamaica as a Category 5 storm that is very strong. Well, it was, I think it's the most stronger, it's a stronger storm that hit Jamaica in the full history of the island. So what we did was 1 day before the storm hit, I got a message from a colleague telling me that they wanted to use ChatMap for starting to collect data 1 day before the storm, and then afterwards to get reports about the situation in the different parts of the island. So we created one WhatsApp group. The government of Jamaica, with the help with an organization that is the Jamaican Flying Labs, so they started to share this WhatsApp group between the population and asking people to join and to share a location and a photo or a video. This really exploded. In just a few hours, the groups started to get a lot of people, and the next day it was the group was full with the limit that WhatsApp's enables you, that is 1,000 people, 1,024 really. And so we had to create another one, and 500 more people joined there. And they started to share a lot of things, not only a location and message that was what we wanted to at the beginning. So we had to involve also some volunteers to clean the data a little bit. So they created another internal group and starting to move the data from these two main groups to the internal one, identifying locations and messages and videos. And this was incredible. In the following days, a lot of points were collected. And one of the government officials in Jamaica told us this, that ChatMap for Hurricane Melissa response for Jamaica has been an invaluable tool in our relief efforts. And this is a map of Jamaica with all the points that we were able to collect to date. So each point is a report from the field that was updated in 4 to 8 hours after it was collected. It was available for the Jamaican government to their platform that they have in something like 4 to 8 hours, because it requires a manual process yet, where you have to export the chat and process the chat and upload it to a map where it is published. So what's next? Now that this project started, so the first video about this tool was 11 months ago, and now we have thousands of users every month visiting the tool, a lot of projects, a lot of interest, but also some challenges that we are starting to discover, especially during this disaster response projects. That you see also we did all the turnaround, because we started with a disaster, but that was not how people started to use it at the beginning, and now it's started to be used for disasters. So one thing that we really need to do is to find a way to update the map live, because that will really change how ChatMap can be used for disasters. So we are working on a new version that is a more sophisticated version of ChatMap, that instead of having to export the chat and upload it to ChatMap, you will be able to connect a device by QR code, like you do with WhatsApp Web, for example. Of course, this is also using open libraries, open software, and ChatMap will be able to receive all the messages for that account and extract locations and content from there. So this is more intended to be used by institutions or governments that can have a device specifically for that. It's not the idea that you will use your personal phone to do that, right? So that will enable this thing. This is under development. We already have a prototype where you can link a device and receive a location, and will be in seconds it will be on the map, and the related content will be there too. So this is how we want to solve this. This will be also available for a Signal and Telegram, because we don't want to support one single app. ChatMap is not a tool for mapping with WhatsApp. It's a tool for mapping with instant messaging apps. So for now we are supporting these three, and for the live version we want to do the same. So we will follow the same strategy of linking devices to get the live updates of the map. And then the other thing that we can do is, we have this problem that sometimes people, it looks easy, right? You ask people to share location and message, so you say it's easy. But it's not that easy for a lot of people, even if it looks easy for us. So it happened that people understand that location means my address, or they share a picture, even a screenshot of a coordinate. So it's really crazy what happens. And then we have this case that I use as an example, where we were doing a workshop and a lady had to export the chat. What she did was to delete WhatsApp, the WhatsApp app. We don't know how. This was a professor of a university, all right? Okay, so she did that. Teacher, I deleted the WhatsApp app. How that happened? So yes, it's not that easy like it seems to be for a lot of people even. So we want to, with the live version, we will solve some of the problems. If we can receive messages, because we are connected to the servers, through the API of the WhatsApp, Telegram, or Signal, we can also send messages. So if we can receive and send messages, we can build a ChatMap bot that can help you to share the data that is required that you have to share. So for example, if this chatbot will ask you, welcome, please share your location. If you share your address, it will tell you and explain you how to do it correctly. But also it will be a way to include more data to a point. So right now it's 1 point, 1 picture, 1 point, 1 video. But if we build a bot, the bot can ask you to share more things to this point. So if you, for example, like in this case, what is the material of the building? And you can answer with the option. And next it could ask you for 3 or 4 pictures, and then ask you for a description or the address or whatever. So this will enable the use of ChatMap as a survey tool, like like ODK Collect or Kobo Collect or other tools like that, OQFill, but in a chat way. So this will be really a game changer for the way how we can do field mapping projects. So this is what we are working on right now. We are working with the live version first, and this is what is coming next. And with this, we want to solve some challenges that we have with the quality and also the quantity of data. So the amount of data that we can collect using this app and this methodology. So that's all. If you want to integrate with ChatMap with your platform, get in touch with us. We are already, in Jamaica, we started to do some integrations with partners. So the Jamaican government, in that case, can receive the data from the field through ChatMap from the field to their platform. And yeah, we want to also make this data available for whatever other use case and product that is around. So I welcome you to write a message if you want to contribute, or if you want to contribute in any other way. We have ChatMap translated in 10 languages also, so we are working in translation and several other things. So that's all. Thank you very much. Questions?
How can we integrate this data on OpenStreetMap?
Good question. So for integrating this data to OpenStreetMap, we are thinking into a couple of things. One simple thing that could be done right now is to collect points in the field, and you can export the chat from ChatMap to a GeoJSON. So you can, for example, collect text messages, like, for example, the name of the places, or even you can create. One experience was someone created different groups for collecting different kinds of data. So, for example, you want to map trash bins, and you post in one group, and then you create another group for mapping another category. That is like a trick to doing it. But we want to do a better integration. So one thing that we want to do is to publish the imagery in a platform like Panoramax. Maybe some of you know it. It's like Mapillary. It's a platform for creating street level imagery. So you can share an image with a associated coordinate, and that data is available on OSM. So you can see the picture directly on OSM while you are editing. And the other way could be uploading content from ChatMap as nodes in OSM. So those are some of the ways that we are exploring. Yes.
Is this integrated with other messaging service like WhatsApp or whatever, or do you have to have this separate application to map?
To work with other instant messaging apps? Yeah, it works the same. It's like for people that want to map, it's exactly the same experience. They just share locations and share content. When we will have the live and bot features, it will be the same. So the experience will be the same because it's just a chat. So it's the same for all the apps. And for the people that want to generate a map with it, it's quite a similar thing. So for exporting the chat, it's a little bit tricky, more tricky in Telegram because you have to choose a format, and then you have to zip the export yourself. In WhatsApp, it's just a zip. And in Signal, it's a little bit more difficult because you have to use a third-party software in order to extract the data. But it's it's the same, it's possible. But where we want to make things really, really easy is for people that have to map, and for them it's the exact same experience, yes. And we want to support, for now we are supporting those three, but as long as there are a way to share a location and get the data, we can support more apps too.
Yeah, it was the start of the session. Very sorry to everyone. Because of the time constraints, we have maybe time for one more question, because also people have to change rooms. Maybe they want to change. I'm deeply, deeply sorry because I arrived very late to the session. Also sorry to everyone. But yeah, maybe we can have one more question, or you can ask also Emil after in the coffee break or in the lunch. Sorry to everyone. One big applause for Emmy again.